Roxo Media House.
Man, I hit the abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Yeah, each one. Just try to keep it. You know, man, when you turn 30, man, everything just sits with you a little bit longer.
That it does.
I mean, man, you
I had
eat
a salad
snacks.
2 days ago. I can't get it out.
I touched 30, man. I'm just
Where
like,
y'all at?
I'm counting calories now. I'm like, I don't know if I can, you know, I got to select my cheat days and stuff, you know.
Oh,
Can't have no cheat days when you're 30 something. Cheat days are regret days. Hell yeah.
How often you in the gym now?
Wait, lately or like normally?
Let's say lately.
Lately, it's been shit. But before
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks, like when Thanksgiving hit, like my shit was just gone. I haven't probably been to the gym before Thanksgiving.
Right.
But before then, I was at least three times a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Ken? You still in pretty heavy?
Gym in the house, man. Makes
that's
all
right.
the difference in the world.
It does, man. I
really-
bet. Because
yeah.
like convenience was the number one thing. That was the
Yeah.
reason I used to work out. So cause when I lived in this apartment in Houston, we had a gym like right
downstairs.
Bro, I would work out 4 or 5 times a week just
Yep.
because it's right there.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like you have to pass it. You
Yeah.
get up and you're like, oh, okay, I can't not work
Yeah,
out.
I had a gym and I go home. No matter what time I get home, wake up, I go every morning, every night, do something.
That's a different kind of discipline to work out at the house. I prefer working out at the gym.
Yeah, I
just
do
seeing the energy, the vibe. You know what I mean? And I see other people working out. It's a different kind of discipline.
I mean, like I said, mine put the little TV in there and everything. That's just
Oh yeah,
helps
you got
out.
a nice little setup. Yeah, I just got to
helps
see like for me, I never understood people who can run on treadmills. I get so bored running on treadmills. I can
That's
run.
the only way to move.
I can run on a track. Like I can get out there.
hell no.
I can do a track.
My knees.
I can run, but on the treadmill and stuff.
I don't like running on hard ground. I have to
Oh,
run
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
If I run on the treadmill, I do a 1 minute sprint and then I walk for like 6 minutes.
Okay, that's a good
You know what I'm
basketball
saying?
shape.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Basketball shape. I see you,
Bro, I'll run for a minute and then 6. I probably won't run again for another. I'll probably like 4 minutes. I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to go to the Olympics.
You know what I tried out the first time? I was so skeptical at first. I tried the Stairmasters out.
Stairmaster.
Yeah, you know how
Did you
you
have spandex on?
I was thinking about because that's the
Biker
thing.
shorts.
Like I saw people I see people do it all the time, and I'm just like, all right, let me give it a shot. It actually does wonder for the knees because you're working out your legs, not even realizing
Yeah.
it like that.
I like
on
the
that.
stationary bike. The stationary
bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one's
It's
good.
either
That doesn't
stationary
hurt my
bike or
knees.
the treadmill because I'm not.
Stairmaster. It really wasn't that bad though. You get a good little workout because then you're like, oh, you know, then you can kind of. I mean, I was like, oh, this is good. I actually did it before I went to go play basketball.
But the
warmed up my knees.
Stairmaster is, I mean, if you're trying to get a butt.
I've been looking to grow the glutes.
Yes.
I've been looking to
You
grow.
don't like the way it
Yeah. I'm trying to fill out my pants a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So
That's when a girl tell you something.
Shout out to the
you
ladies.
know what to help you.
Yeah.
You don't got the same butt.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
caught myself doing those weird ones. You know, where you do the kickbacks, like where you're just working your butt,
kick.
where your feet go straight to
You
your
really are working his butt. He is really
seriously.
trying to get
No
an ass.
lie. No lie.
shit.
I've been
Okay,
doing pause, but I've been doing kickbacks for real.
Yeah.
It helps with running, like strengthen up
And
your
the
glutes.
jumping and stuff. Yeah, when you
It helps
like when
with
your leg
running.
go up in the
So
air.
it's your hips
What I
and
do,
hip and glutes.
what I do
it really helps
is
with
a
running.
hip circuit.
Yeah.
What you do?
Okay.
Is that the one you do the pelvic motion?
Nah, that's funny, but that's one of them.
Yeah.
It's always like so. Like you almost gotta like just tighten yourself. You know what? That when doing the pelvic thing is like me like respecting a girl. Like because think about when girls work out, they have to like think about what they do, how they're bending over, and all this other shit. And we don't have to worry about that except for when we're doing pelvic thrusts.
Yeah.
And then I have to be like, oh fuck,
I gotta adjust the pants.
yeah, I gotta adjust it. Like, and so I'm like, for women, I'm like, damn, it must be tough, like to work. But is that okay to stare at women when they work out?
It's okay to stare at women when they work out.
Now here's the thing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this could sound a little I guess it kind of depends because sometimes what women wear, sometimes it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more distracting.
And I'm not
It's
saying-
not
okay,
okay to stare at
I know.
anybody while you work.
No, it's
Why
not. It's not.
I'm not stare, but okay,
But
look,
to glance,
to appreciate.
I mean, you can see and appreciate, of course, but
That's what I'm
nobody
saying.
wants to be stared at, though.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and
Okay.
be like,
So if I go to the gym
Hey.
with half of my dick out, and I'm like, what are y'all looking at? Like, what?
Yeah. You're gonna respect me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I go in there like that, right? am I not asking to be stared at?
Yeah, but it's still though. You know, I mean,
you don't stare, but you notice them. It's hard. Like
that's
it's,
what
you,
I'm
you notice. We're not saying we're like.
I'm not saying work out and like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm like, oh. And then when she walks by, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes they be walking by, I got to look up and just make sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go out my way to show you I'm not a pervert.
Exactly.
I don't know. I guess, you know what's
Think about that. When the girls walk by, I be a little lighting in here.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like, I guess it's culture today, because if I see like a nice picture on the wall, I look at the picture and go, wow, that's a nice picture. You know what I'm saying? But if you see a person that looks attractive and they walk by, it's like now it's you can't say that because, oh no, you're offended. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But okay, now let me ask you, how do you feel about when girls like they wear like maybe like the booty shorts to work out, but then they like tie a hoodie around their waist and stuff? How do you feel about that?
I'm only speaking specifically to half my cleavage is out.
Oh, like half neck, like their sports bra.
Yeah, sports bra.
And then
the short ass short. I'm sorry, I'm looking.
So yeah, it's not like some people work out in certain attire because they need that confidence to go, okay, it keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, that's fine.
I know, I understand that.
But don't get upset if I glance.
That's all I'm asking.
No, I don't think
Female?
it's anything. I don't think it's I don't think there's any. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was a good call.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Welcome to the Three Real Brothers podcast today. We're glad to have you in.
He always wants to start.
You know what? How about this? Why don't you guys just go ahead and switch spots? Just go ahead and switch now, Kenny. You know what? Kenny's the host. Hey, take us away, Kenny. Come on. Come on.
Here with Talks with Scoot.
Yeah, come on.
Welcome to the Three Real Brothers podcast. We're glad to have everybody in today. I'm your temporary host, Scooter.
Okay, something different.
This is my other co-host, Kyle. And
the
we have
time.
our third co-host. Go ahead, you want to introduce yourself?
Chocolate Thunder.
Right, Chocolate Thunder. All right, we will welcome everybody today to the Three Real Brothers podcast. Glad to have you in.
Go ahead, Kenny. What's the first topic we get into?
No, man.
We go ahead, come on. Chocolate. So you're temporary host. What's our first one we getting into today, Kenny?
Oh, man.
Take us away.
I don't know, just couple things, really.
He's not prepared.
All right, man, I got you, bro.
A couple
Go
things.
ahead, we're gonna let it go. Yeah, come on.
Couple things. On a serious note, though.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Richard's Rainwater coming through again. We appreciate you guys. Always good. Always drinking very, very good stuff. Kyle, you got yours?
Yeah, I forgot. I got to pop mine open.
Yeah, there you go. You got to be careful because they fill it to the top. And
to the top.
Everywhere.
Oh, man, it's already coming out.
Yep.
Rainwater.
Man.
Got you.
You know, with this mic here, I got to adjust. It's going to be hard to be drinking like this.
Oh, man.
That's a weird
Chris, what you got today?
Oh, yeah, you know me.
Come on.
I am producing. Oh, my goodness. I am promoting Vegas Baby Vodka. Vegas Baby Vodka. Gluten-free vodka for all you vegan drinkers, for all you drinking drinkers.
Drinking.
You healthy drinkers out there.
drinkers.
All you people that care about what comes in your body.
That sounded so inappropriate. Where are we going? Come on, temporary host, take it away.
All right,
come on, Kitty. So
come on,
what we getting into,
bro? Okay, back to on track. Seriously though, all jokes aside though, I'm assuming everybody's been your news feed on your Facebook and Instagram is blowing up with people doing cartoon pictures.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Again, I know we talked about this last time, but it's just so annoying to me. People that follow trends, it's just dumb. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a problem. I mean, if you want to make cartoon pictures of your pictures, knock yourself out. If you find it entertaining, I would never do it. I would just never do it.
Why? Let me ask you that. Why?
Because it's stupid outside of that.
What makes it stupid? What makes it stupid? I'm just let's get to the. I mean, what makes it stupid?
No, I can
go ahead.
I be a part of that?
Yeah, please.
Okay,
how do you feel?
Okay, so one, it's fine. Okay, trends are fine. Okay, it makes people feel involved. Okay, you know when you're younger, you're going to school every day. You're around people you like. You want to follow trends. But when you get older, there's no school that we go to. There's nothing that we follow. So social media is our school. You know what I mean? That's why we care about.
It's our social club.
It's our social club.
Sure.
We appreciate. So we follow trends to make us feel a part of something.
Right.
But to pay for that is fucking stupid. Okay?
Yeah,
that's my problem.
You had to pay
that thing
for it.
costs money.
Oh, people pay
yes,
for that?
It's the lenses. Like they download this app and then you pay. So every single person that has a picture
Of them
pay for this cartoon picture of themselves. Fine. Now backdoor. Why do men do it? Why are there grown men paying for cartoon pictures of themselves?
That's what I said. It's not. Let me clear it up. It's not wrong with people that want to do it. Knock yourself out.
He just thinks it's stupid.
I just think for me,
dumb.
It's it's just unnecessary. I got a life. I'm pretty busy.
Dumb may be the wrong word. Let's be nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna.
What's a nicer word?
I was gonna counter it too.
Stupid as shit. No.
Google. What's a synonym for stupid?
Dumb as fuck. But no, actually, I'll be count. I don't know. I don't think it's. I just think it's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always down for anything creative. I think it's creative because I mean,
fine, but it's creative.
It's not creative.
I mean, if you look at some of them are actually kind of dope, and then some of them aren't done to like sometimes their hands are like really big. I was watching this girl. I was like, she had like gorilla hands, and I was like, man, I don't think they did that right on the cartoon.
You're saying some of the quality. Some of them are dope. I've seen some of the females. You're like, dang, bro, this shit look pretty. But
can't say females, man.
I keep saying
stop saying females. Stop saying
Kenny is going to be the permanent host.
I'm
now.
so happy that he is on this stuff.
God,
you see what changes. You see what information does to people. Look at that.
I hope the KKK's watching.
What?
So they learn how to grow. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. Anyway.
So, but no, I actually, I'm for like the creativity. I don't think to be honest with you, I mean, because you gotta, I mean, it's nice to see something different. I don't know. I guess when it gets like too overloaded, it's cool when you see a couple, but like, that's all the feed that you see. I'm like, okay. And I'm curious, what's and I guess my thing is like, what do they hope to get out of that? I guess that's the one thing I would ask. Like, why cartoon? Like, what's so special about it?
It's being a part. And first, okay, so if I'm ugly in real life, and then I take this picture and I look like a Star Wars, like gorgeous Star Wars character, like I've come up in my
thing. Gotcha. Kind of like living out your fantasies of kind of like maybe.
Why do people use filters?
I've never used. Actually, I've never used
not
one.
you. But in general, why do people use filters? It enhances their looks, enhances their confidence, makes them feel better about themselves. And I guess we should be down for anything that makes them. Well, I should be down for anything that makes people feel better about themselves.
No, I'm not wrong with it. I just said I was just never. I think to your point, as a grown man with responsibility, bills, and a mortgage, you shouldn't be making cartoon pictures.
You should not be spending money on this.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. What is something that you do appreciate with the culture now, with the internet? I hear all the things that you don't like. You don't like the cartoons, you don't like the reaction videos. What do you like to see on social media, on your feed?
I like to see when people personalize and make creative videos. You know what I mean?
I like that too.
Okay. I think when I see creativity, when they create with creative videos, or when people will take very maybe creative and dynamic pictures, or like being someplace and they capture a picture with their family or something like that, I think is really cool.
I like learning about new places.
Yeah, when you
like in
the traveling ones,
exactly. Or you see somebody showing a video of a cool piece of art that's in the city that I would have never thought about visiting or ever heard of or whatever, and you're like, oh, bro, that makes me kind of want to go to this place. So social media really enhanced my where do I travel to?
Yeah.
But I think that's everywhere.
That's actually a site I follow on Instagram called Cityscapes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and they show really dope images of different places around the world that some places I never knew existed or never seen.
Never
but you
would have
see
had
them,
a plan to visit.
Wow, you like I like. So I guess in a sense I just like things that I feel like either enhance me or inspire me.
Okay, that's fair. I mean? That's fair.
Either enhance. If it doesn't do that, then I'm like, all right, it's pointless.
I'm good with just laughing too. I love a good laugh.
Yeah.
I like stupid funny.
And that's maybe I'm not a fan of stupid funny.
Yeah, I know
so it gets dumb.
Bro, I just like,
what's
why is he doing
funny?
this?
What's the stupid funny?
I'm trying to think of something because I'm thinking like, I don't know, just like somebody wearing a chicken suit that's walking in the mall or something.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like,
but the shit would make me laugh because it's like, why is he wearing a chicken suit?
To get your attention for 10 seconds. Like, I'm not wearing. That's so stupid. I'm not
giving
in.
You earned those 10 seconds.
To give
Family
in.
Guy's full of that. Like they make jokes of shit. You're like, bro, that's why would they joke about this type of shit?
But it's like, I don't know. But just on social media, it's like, I feel like if I give in, then I'm giving in to your stupidity and you're winning. I refuse to let you win.
It's like
you're
a
not.
bittersweet
Okay, so
thing.
they're bringing joy because not everybody likes the same thing. So there's different ways to bring people joy.
Of course.
So they're bringing joy to a certain type. And that I really had to learn that about my comedy too. And like, remember, I used to sometimes I used to think, oh, man, sometimes I'm like, I'm not funny or something. You know what I mean? Like early on when you don't know, or even like just going through it because you don't know that your gift can make people laugh that aren't necessarily looking for the common laugh. Like I want to actually make a comedy show, and this I'm actually giving away. I want to make a comedy show of people that do comedy that's not just stand-up comedy. Like, I know a guy who goes on stage, like the reaction thing, like kind of what we're talking about. He goes on stage with these props, and he doesn't talk, and he lets these props do all the acting, and it's comedy, but you have to learn to appreciate that type of thing. But there's people out there that
then we know what people say. To me, when people say you got to learn to appreciate it, that means it's not very entertaining.
No, that's not true. You don't have to learn to
You got
appreciate
to learn
it.
to laugh at
You
this.
have to learn that
Like,
other
it's not
people
funny
appreciate
if
it. Is when I say that.
Well, that I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
That part I
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to learn to appreciate it because you're like, oh, that's not funny. And other people are dying laughing. So it is.
That I respect it. I respect it, but doesn't make it's got to be funny to me. Like, let me give you another example.
Yeah, no, you're right, because funny is subjective. Funny is subjective.
That means funny to me.
That's what I'm getting at. Is like stuff that you would think is stupid online isn't necessarily stupid to everybody else, because there's some people out there that are enjoying this and we're having a shitty ass day, and then they seen this fucking chicken walking through the mall, and it's the best thing that ever happened to them. And I still
respect that. Like, cool, that's great. I'm just saying it's just not for me. Like, you know what I mean?
So it's still stupid as shit.
That's all I'm saying. That's all. I mean, it's the same thing like the food thing we were talking about for Thanksgiving. You know, when somebody's just trying to cram, cranberry dressing or whatever, cranberry sauce down your throat. You're like, I hate cranberry. And they're like, no, but try mine. It's really good. You're like, I don't like it. It doesn't matter how you make it. It doesn't matter what you do. I don't like it. So why are you trying to force it down my throat? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they're trying to get you to appreciate it.
I don't like it. We're going back to this. I don't like it.
Well, you have to be maybe you haven't had it made this particular way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't like it.
But you haven't had every cranberry
okay, so
jam
I get mad at
sauce.
a lot of people when they say, I don't like something. Okay, so like something you never eaten. How do you know you don't like it?
I've had it and I know I don't like it.
Okay, so that's different. That's different than what I complain about. So if I've never eaten seafood, and it was this person I was arguing with, and they were like, I don't like seafood. They're like, well, have you had gumbo? No, but I just know I don't like it. How do you know you don't like
that
something?
That part I agree with. You got to try it.
Okay, so you will try it.
But once
if it's not funny,
I already know I don't like it.
Okay,
I already know. Sweet potatoes is another
thing. But you never had theirs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Can I have some of that vodka, please?
You know what? You know what though? Because me and Kenny, we weren't getting into. We were debating. So Kenny's like, if I've been to one beach, I've been to them all. That's kind of more of his mindset. That's kind of more. Give or take.
That,
I'm putting it in a nutshell. He's like, you've seen one sandy beach, you've seen them all.
That's why we get married.
So I was trying to explain to him because he wanted to go to a trip overseas, and I lived in Rome for about 5 years, and he wanted to go overseas, and he was like, oh, we'll just we'll take like a cruise ship to take a cruise, go into the Mediterranean, and we'll stop in Rome for like 6 hours. And I'm like, well, Kenny,
I didn't say Rome 6 hours, but go ahead though.
But okay,
I'm gonna let you win the argument right now. Go ahead.
Give a take on that. Okay, so he wanted to, I think, stay like maybe a day. Right,
it was like 2 days. 2 days.
Okay, now he's adding stuff to it. Okay,
okay.
So 2 days. Yeah. I said a month. No. So we were going there, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna stay like about I think 2 days, right? Okay, for the sake of the argument, he said 2 days, and I was like, okay, but there's so much more to see in Rome.
For sure.
I was like, I was like, that doesn't give you a lot of time. I was like, you got
You
the
gonna be on
Vatican,
one
you got the
street
Sistine
today.
Chapel, you got the Trevi Fountain, you have the Pantheon, you have Piazza Navona, you have Piazza Venezia.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah. And he was like, well, and your argument was, he's like, well, if I see one church, then I'm like, not another church is going to impress me. I've seen them all, and I'm like, well, Kenny, this is
what I told. This is what I told Kyle. I said when I went, I see the main things. Okay, the Colosseum, I'll see the Sistine Chapel, I see the Vatican, right, and then another. What's the fountains we talking
Trevi
about?
Fountain.
The Trevi fountains. Okay, after that. It's like I feel like everything else is not say it's not great in its own, but I feel like I'll be repeating the same thing. You get what I'm saying? It's
no, you're not.
See, and
But-
this is why I was.
I've been to Rome, and we were there. Well, I was there for 3 days.
Yeah.
right? And 3 days, and I've been 2 times for 3 days. So I've been there a week now. You can't see everything. It's just
I know,
because
right.
so much history.
It is.
I understand that, but what I was telling Kyle for that vacation
One
that
naked
we were
statue
doing,
is enough for you.
for that vacation. Now, will I go? Will I go in another time for?
He has a leaf for a penis. I get it.
Very
Like,
artistic.
all right, we're
and
good.
who did this?
I was like, oh great, all right, who's
They
this?
don't
one?
work out.
Yeah,
All right,
Gotcha.
Which Ninja Turtle did this one? Michelangelo?
Donatello.
Which one
Michelle
of them?
Angelo did this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Leonardo. Like which Ninja
Which
Turtle
one of the
did this
Ninja
one?
Turtles made this?
Yeah, then we move it on.
And I'm
but
trying to
I was
enlighten
telling-
him. I was trying to
what I was
encourage,
telling for that vacation, it was just to go to just see some things, but we were going to have fun. Like I would go for a history trip on another time.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
But like for that one, like I just got to
just
see.
wanna
I just
peep
want
it
to see the
out,
highlights.
say I
all right,
was
cool,
there.
and then we're gonna have a good time. Like I'm going there for a good time. I'm going there for a vacation. Like because as you know, our mom is big on this. Every time we travel somewhere, it becomes a history lesson. You know, and we go to all the historical sites and whatever. It can be whatever. It can be some random city
the best part.
in some random place, and we go to some history site in
We're
that
gonna be
city.
reading something.
Yeah,
It's
but
gonna be a
I'm
plaque.
like, I was like, but some things are cool and I appreciate it. But other things, Tom, I just want to go and relax. I just want to go have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I do want to take in. I want to be knowledgeable of certain things. I want to see certain things. But other times I'm like, listen, man.
So you like to go to places, peep it out, and then move on.
It depends.
You
It
know who
depends on
else
the
does
trip.
that?
Who?
Deion Sanders. He goes somewhere, he peeps it out.
Oh, wow. Good.
and then-
I
and
see
then
what
he-
you did
and
there.
then he moves on.
I see what you did there.
think that's what you think that's the case?
Do y'all think? Okay, so
No.
wait, let me.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
Deion Sanders, Deion Sanders is at Jackson State. He creates this movement, this HBCU uprising. And then
Okay.
Jackson State's on College game day. All the celebrities are popping up, man.
60
We
Minutes,
here.
Good Day America.
60 Good
or
Day
Morning
America. He's bringing people to Jackson, Mississippi that wouldn't have stopped there to get gas. Okay? Like
Right.
he is awakening the world to Jackson, Mississippi. He goes there for 2 years. He wins a
3
swag.
years, I think it was 3. Is it 3?
It was only 2, but it
Could
may
be.
be
I
3.
think it was 3.
It may
Could
be
be.
3. It may be 3. Sure.
Split the difference, 2.5.
There you go. Because he left early. So. He still got another game. But okay, so he's there, and then he brings this HBCU attention, right? I'm swag. Who ain't swag? I know y'all seen the video.
Yeah. That song went hard, though.
The song was very good. Whoever made that. Brings his son with him. Brings the number 1 recruit in the country with him. Brings unprecedented attention to Jackson, Mississippi, to Jackson State University. Gets an offer for Colorado to go and be the head football coach for Colorado, which is not a HBCU at all. If anybody's ever
Probably the
been
complete
there,
opposite.
if anybody's ever been in Denver, well, that part of Denver is the complete opposite. Boulder, Colorado, complete opposite.
Cold as hell there, too.
Cold. It's not, but I mean, obviously, it's had prominent black players. Eric Bieniemy, Cordell Stewart. It's had a fair share of black players. Do you support? Is Deion okay? What is your opinion on all this? So Deion left. Should he have stayed at the HBCU and kept it and turned that into a dynasty? Is he okay for leaving? He left. I believe he was making I've heard reports from $300 to $600,000 a year to go make $5 or $6 million. Or it may have been $6 million.
$5 million, $5
or $6 million a year. What are our thoughts on this?
All right. I'll be the first one to take this one.
Please.
All right. This is going to be long, so let's just bear with me here. First thing is, All right, let me take you back to this incident. And I remember a few NBA players were talking about this when Kobe Bryant died. They were upset. That hurt more because they were like, Kobe Bryant was a national voice to our sport. He brought attention to the WNBA it was hard for them to get somewhere else. When you get one of the most famous, notable international basketball stars in the world, a component and a voice for your sport. So when he sadly passed away, and his daughter, who was probably going to be the next phenom superstar, when they sadly passed away, it hurt because one of the WNBA stars said, who's going to speak for us now? All right. And I forgot her name, but I can pull it up. And that's what she said at the time. And that's what hurt about it. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go Deion Sanders to HBCU. Deion Sanders brought a national light to HBCUs, not just Jackson State, but to HBCUs. Right. At this day and time, that has not been seen. Now, I'm not saying that, of course, they were prominent, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever, and they've always existed and had their history, of course. But he brought a current light to HBCUs that has not been seen by anybody else. So the fact of him leaving is not so much that he's taking a different job, or some would say a better job, right? It's not so much that, it's that light that he shined on HBCUs, a lot of people feel like it's going to be taken away now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I believe it's such a uprising or such a pushback. Well, they feel that way. I don't know. That's the way they feel.
Are you going to still watch?
Probably
no. See, but
no, I'm gonna tell you. Let me finish though. Let me finish though. Let me finish though.
Go ahead.
Let me see. I've never, to be honest with you, I mean, college football in general, if it's not really the top 10 playing, I'm really not interested. And that's just me for college football. I'm more of a pro sport fan than I am college fan. But give me top 10, TCU on there and LSU on there, I'm gonna watch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Outside of top 10, I'm not watching. But let me finish this. Okay. I nothing against HBCUs. I didn't attend one, but I appreciate for them, or have a huge appreciation for them. Grew up in Louisiana, as you know, got two of the famous HBCUs, Grambling and Southern there.
You covered all your bases. You're good.
Okay,
yeah.
so let me say this. We all know.
Sorry,
but we all know. Left out. But now, be honest with you, we all know that for me, with me going to an HBCU game was always for the band. I always loved the band. Now, I'll watch the halftime show before I watch the game. Nothing against the players, but that's just me personally. That's just me with college sports in general. Okay? I'm just more of a pro fan. Now, the halftime show with the band, I watch it all day long. Except by the band, I love that all day long.
I'm a college player. I'm a college football fan, and I watch different teams. And I haven't watched the third quarter of an HBCU game in my life until this past weekend. Because of Deion Sanders and his team.
Yeah.
So he is going to take away some of the light and some of the shine from the HBCUs, because Eddie George ain't bringing that. Eddie George is one of the head coach.
Tennessee. I mean?
Yeah, exactly, in Tennessee. So he is taken away from that. Cal, is that okay that he did that?
I guess my thing is I look at it from, okay, he went to HBCU, and I think we have a tendency like this in our culture. I feel like the same thing with like hip hop artists. We were talking about that a little bit in the past and stuff too. He went there for 3 years. He put a light on, put him on a map, helped people out. Jackson State benefited tremendously from it.
Financially from it.
Very well. So he went there and stayed to his promise. He delivered. It's not like he went there and then he delivered everything they're supposed to do. And how long are we expecting him to stay there? How much financial cut was he gonna have to take? And then you move on. I mean, I think like you take what because he planted seeds there. I'm sure he did.
For sure.
For the kids he planted the seeds there, and now it's like, okay, now he has to keep moving and developing and stuff too. And for Jackson State too, I think that's what we do. It's like, okay, now he's here. Now he has to stay here to his end days. For us, no.
Did people really think he was going to retire from Jackson?
Exactly.
Chris,
that's what I'm saying.
This is my question to you. Well, this is my question not just to you, but just in general and to the audience. For them. So how come this wasn't an uprising when Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma or Lane Kiffin left Florida the school he was at in Florida to come to where he's at, Auburn or Alabama? No, he was at
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. He went to Ole Miss, right? How come that's not a big uprising? How come there's no big uprising when Nick Saban left LSU to go to Miami and then leave from Miami to go to?
I was going to say
there was uprisings. The problem was it's not a cultural uprising. It was an uprising as far as those specific teams.
Yeah, those universities would be upset, of course.
Oklahoma fans were mad about it. FAU fans probably got it. Probably Jackson State fans probably get it, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you work at a job, and I say, hey, okay, you make, we'll say $30 an hour so we can be more realistic and people can attach to that. You make $30 an hour. Okay, this other job comes in and says, hey, we'll pay you $600 an hour if you can work with us. And then like, are you supposed to be committed to this job to $30 an hour because you like the fucking people that work
I'm
here?
not.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Or
not.
whatever your thing is. No, bro, I'm going to this. Well, and obviously, I'm not saying anything illegal or anything crazy like that because he's just making a lateral. He's not making a lateral move. He's basically stepping up a ladder.
Yeah.
And I seen a
And
tweet.
his quote, go ahead.
Can I? Okay, so I don't know if I should say this. I don't know. Go ahead.
So his
I was
quote,
gonna say,
that what he said was that he said when you're coaching in college, in his words, you either get terminated or you get elevated.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he feel like he's been elevated, which I do. He's been elevated, and you gotta support that, because to me, instead of because especially I look at it as if he goes to Colorado and does well, right? What is that going to say about the other coaches now that do well in HBCUs, where somebody else can look back at him and go, hey, well, listen, it worked. Deion left for here, went to the Pac-12, and he won the Pac-12. So now if I look at a team now that winning in the HBCU, I can look at that coach now where, hey, it worked for Deion. I think that it actually opens up a bigger light to those coaches and players, especially those players that he's bringing from there and going there and going, hey, you guys can compete with anybody. So
it's like the black quarterback thing.
Yeah.
Once we see a black quarterback can do it now, okay, we know they all can do it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
It took a while for them to
I
get
guess
that. Go ahead.
to the question that you asked, Chris, I think the difference is that he went from Colorado, who sometimes gets TV time, versus a HBCU who didn't have any light like that.
No,
You get what I'm
Colorado
saying?
always gets TV time.
Yeah, exactly. So
They're part of
I
Pac-12,
think
so
the
they're part of
uprising
National
was that the
Broadcast.
little light that we did have, you take it to Colorado. They already had some kind of view. They already had TV time. They already had it. We knew what Colorado was. Jackson State, most people may not known until Deion got there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably the difference from that. But yeah, but you know what? To be honest with you though, for the people who went there for Deion, and because he can't bring everybody, I do feel for them. I will say that the people who kind of got left behind a little bit from that too.
As a person
I do feel for
who
them.
play college football.
Yeah.
What they tell you is you commit to a school and not a coach,
Right.
because you never know where that coach is going to be by the time you go.
That's true.
That's the first thing they tell you when you're getting recruited.
Yeah.
You recruit you commit to a school. You don't commit to a coach. If you commit to a school, then no matter who the coach is or whatever, you're still going to be to that school.
Okay, can I put you on the spot real quick?
Always.
What's some of the because I've never played college sport. You play it too, but not on the. And so when you go through that recruiting process, what are some of the things they lay in front of you to sell you to come to the school? What are some of the things that they talk about? And then also I wanted to know too, what some of those recruiting trips are like. I've never had that experience. I never know, for somebody who's not in that, who's never had that chance. And what's some of the craziest things that you've heard?
It's the greatest 3 days I had as an 18-year-old. Because one, you're not used to the amenities that are going to come with it. Because think about that. You go from eating out with mom, right? Going out to eat with mom, who's like, look, you better not eat. You can't order nothing like that. Like,
right.
To saying, hey, let me get 2 of these. Oh, is that the crab? What's the crab? You said it's marketplace value? Okay, well, let me have 3 of them. You know what I mean? Like, there's no limit on what you buy. You're partying with the guys who are playing college football already. And so it's bananas, because you're like, I remember, oh God, as an 18-year-old, you're so you're so incorrigible. Like you can see something you want it so bad. You're like, dang, these guys are partying, and there's girls. There's obviously older women there. There's plenty of without giving out too much secrets. There's plenty of obviously drinking and just a good time. I can say that it's a good time, bro. Like I've never been on that level. And so your mom and dad come, they go out to eat, and so we go to these nice restaurants. You're ordering whatever you want. You're getting food to go. You know what I mean? Like
just loading it up,
bro. You're loading up, and then they say, all right. Then you get back to the hotel, and they say, all right, well, your host is gonna come pick you up and take y'all to go hang out with the college kids. And so now you're 18 years old, and you're going to hang out with the college. He comes to pick me up, and back then, wherever they're still getting paid. They're not getting paid like they're getting paid now.
Yeah,
they're still making money. So he comes and picks me up. I remember he had 20s on his car. I was like, dang, they keep making them big money.
Big time.
Yo, boy, you know what I'm saying? He came to pick me up. He had 20s on the car. He had the system in the trunk. I'm like, dang, he got candy paint. I'm like, dang, bro, I see why them like the hood chicks be attracted to drug dealers and stuff. Hey, that is fancy. Right, and so I get in the car and he's got all this stuff going on. He's like, yeah, where you want to go? Whatever you need. And so they give him money to take care of you. So before they even, you know what I mean, they give them I forgot what it's called, whatever money they give you to take care of
like a little allowance or something like that,
like allowance or whatever,
a stipend,
stipend. There we go, that's the word. They give him a stipend. So bro, you wait, what you want? He was like, let's stop. I was stopping at the gas station because I'm 18. I don't know nothing. Let's stop at the gas station.
That's 7-Eleven right there.
7-Eleven, that's exactly where we went. Shout out to 7-Eleven if y'all want to sponsor us. That's where we went to, and like so I'm in there buying all the candy and. Bro, because you're like, it's like a fantasy dream. Like as an 18-year-old, when you're with your mom, it's no, you can't get that. Right. No, or whatever. But then when you're with these guys, bro, it's whatever you want.
What about the parties and the girls?
Oh,
and stuff?
Obviously, and I think that they tell them, hey, this is when I got a little recruit with me. And so the girls are extra nice. That's the best way to say it. They're extra nice, bro. Like you're there, they're. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you think I'm coming to see you? Well, you should come because we can hang out. Like, yeah, I should come.
I'm gonna sign tomorrow.
But then if you say that, I'm gonna close the top of my commit. And so it's like a dream. It's like a dream. Like for an 18-year-old, it's like a fantasy world.
It's unreal. Nothing you do is wrong.
Nothing compares to it because even as a rapper, say if I was a rapper that blew up as an 18-year-old. Yes, you would have the money, and I guess it would be comparable to that. I guess it would. Yeah, I'm not thinking about that. It's almost the closest thing that you're going to get to stardom before you're actually a real star. But in reality, you're nothing. Yeah, I'm poor. You know what I mean? Like you're literally nothing. But in that terms, how people treat you because you're an athlete and all this other stuff, bro.
Yeah, mine was a little different than that.
Because you went to
I went junior college, then I went to a 4-year school and played.
So what was yours like?
So mine was a little different.
Did you go on recruiting trips?
I did go on recruiting trips. I did.
Tell me.
And so mine was a little different because mine was solely about like where I could develop as a basketball player. You know what I mean? I wanted to go somewhere that was going to push me and challenge me, and I wanted to go hoop. You know what I mean? It wasn't about any other stuff because especially going to a junior college, like if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm only going to be here 2 years anyway. You know, if I'm really lucky, I may only be here a year. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about any of that. I was like, man, I'm going to go work.
So how did they get you to commit to a junior college without selling you?
Well, that for me, that's what it was. I remember.
We got team shoes.
It was seriously. It was let's go. No, it was like I remember my recruiting trip. I went with me, my boy Ed, Kendra, who from Dallas, right? And we actually all committed. We all committed. But we went there, and the first thing we did, we got there. It was like, all right, this is the gym. The workout facilities across the street right here.
One hallway.
No, seriously. It's the dorm that kind of showed us around a little bit. And then he went to the gym. He's like, "Oh, yeah, everybody got your shoes?" We put our shoes on. We rolled the ball out. We started hooping. You know what I'm saying? And then we started hooping with some of the dudes there. And you know what I mean? And they were like pushing us around because see, remember, mine was 2002, three. Yeah, 2003.
High school.
Yeah, 2003. Yeah, 2003. So, like our status of what we wanted and what we went after was a little different than kind of what you see now. You know what I'm saying? So we weren't looking for somebody at that time to go, oh, you're great, you're wonderful, you're gonna love it here. It was like, hey, if you want to make it here, that's what you got to do. if you trying to hoop like this is what you got to be. We're looking
out
for
the
somebody.
mud.
Yeah.
We're looking for somebody to push us because we can relate to that.
That's crazy hearing like the difference between like a junior college and like.
Oh, there's another level even lower. I can.
Please, where'd you go?
I went to North Lake for the first
you
year.
did?
Yeah, I went to North.
You hooped.
I did. Yeah, I did. And but the funny thing, my was more getting it out. Like Kenny had a. It's not a recruiting. I was like, I went to.
You want to go here?
Yeah, it was more like. So you still want to play basketball? I was like, yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
we got a team.
Yeah, I was like, it was more me like, hey, can I try out? It was more, I got an email. Hey, you guys, you guys need one?
They're like,
Y'all looking at 505?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Don't worry, I got next, guys. Yeah, shirts and skins. Like, yeah. I didn't even have. I've never had like a recruiting cousin.
So how'd y'all travel to games?
So we had like it was like the minivans. We kind of pushed it.
That's how we traveled. Yeah, 215 passenger vans.
Yeah,
really.
and even that we had our own like North.
How close are y'all playing far?
Yeah, we drove all the way to Colorado.
in two passengers?
Because it wasn't that many people. I mean, so we had like a miniature school bus. And it had North Lake on the side. Yeah, we drove. It was like a 13-hour. It was.
But listen,
it was like 13, 14 hour
I
ride.
get great. I know because you're North Lake.
Okay, but they at least gave y'all two vans.
We had two 15-passenger vans.
That's what I'm saying. So they
we had one bus.
We was all basketball players. Yo, literally, our road trip is like we one person would lay on the floor and one person would lay on the seat.
Went?
Garden City, Kansas was our first trip. We played Garden City College.
How long is that drive
from Clarendon? Everything was 5 hours. Like no lie, everything. I don't know if it was that far, but everything felt like 5 hours.
We drove all the way to Air Force. That's because it was a tournament.
Yeah,
we drove all the way to Air Force
in a bus.
In a bus. We went there and we was.
So
okay. Yo, like seriously, like this how we used to sleep, and Ed Miles is my witness. We used to literally sleep like this. It was like on the way there, it's like, all right, bro, you get the seat, I got the floor. So on a 15-passenger van, if you can imagine, it's like you lay across, one person's laying across the seat,
somebody's
and
on
then the other person's laying on the floor.
So 6 people per like thing or whatever.
Yeah, but no.
So y'all had room. We didn't have no room. No, we had no room, dog. That sounds.
Listen.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh yeah, we were next to. I'm talking about me and Kenny like this 14 hours.
No. Hear me out.
Hey man, hey, share the arm space.
Hear me out, bro. Hear me out,
Coach. I gotta go to the bathroom. Stop again.
No, upperclassmen went two to a seat. Lowerclassmen, the freshmen coming in had 3 to a seat. So the upperclassmen were allowed to do that. So in a 15-passenger van, so if you were all freshmen or red shirts, you had 3 to a seat. So all the juniors,
sounds lovely.
I'm sorry, the sophomores had 2 to a seat. Yeah, and so that's how we slept. One slept.
Y'all at least had 2 vans though.
Yeah, we had one. We were in
junior college, so we got like 18 players.
We
had one, and I'm talking about here too. I mean, we had a 7-footer. I'm talking about we had some people.
Little bus. Okay, and so the funny thing is, so we are how we travel. Right?
Yeah, which is ridiculous. When I heard it,
we get to the team facility. Right, and
team facility. What is that like?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what is that?
We get to the team facility, and there's Chick-fil-A waiting on us. Right, everybody gets 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then we get on the bus. We're police escorted to the airport, and we fly out of the same airport that the Dallas Cowboys travel. So the private airport. So we drive. So all the Dallas Cowboy players' cars are in this parking lot, and we're driving. Our bus pulls up right up to the runway. There's a plane sitting right there with the ladder down. And then there's a security line right there. So we go through, we give our stuff to the line, and then we get right on our plane. And we get on our plane. There's a bag of food. There's a sandwich. There's a sub sandwich. There's 2 king size. There's a king size Snickers, a king size Reese's, 2 waters, whatever. Then you fly to wherever you go. You land. There's 3 buses waiting on the tarmac. Like, so we're not we're not walking through airports. Like on the runway, there's 3 buses waiting for you with police escort everywhere we go. So we're police escorted to 4-star and 5-star fucking hotels. And so like resorts in Arizona, we stayed in resorts. And when we were in Colorado, we stayed in the mountains. Like,
and we weren't in no mountain. There were 4 of us.
Then you go in there, you go to your room, you check in, everything's already lined up so that you walk in. There's tables. Hey, welcome TCU, welcome. There's tables. You find your name, you get your room key, you go to your room. And mind you, you're not in no bullshit rooms, or you're in 5-star. So you come back downstairs. There's a buffet waiting on you. All the fried chicken, and that's what our thing. We used to see how much fried chicken you could put on one plate. All the fried chicken, lasagna, green beans, everything that you want to eat is waiting on you, bro. Yeah. And then you wake up the next day. There's a breakfast, depending on when the game is. There's a full breakfast for you. Then there's a full lunch for you, and then we police escort to the game. You play the game. Then there's a full meal waiting for you after the game. Whether it's
y'all stayed in resorts,
bro. No, we're not staying in Holiday Inns. No, we're in. We literally staying in like the Omni or something.
We literally stayed in It'll Do Motel.
It'll Do
Motel. It'll Do Motel.
We are 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, wherever you go.
I got one better for in junior college. You don't even stay at a hotel. You drive 5 hours. Yes. You're in a van 5 hours. 5 hours. You get off the van.
You play a game.
You stretch best you can. You play a game. And then you don't even get there's not even showers there.
So y'all didn't like so get there before the game and then like walk around the gym and walk around, go to the hotel.
Get loosened up, no hotel, nothing. You drive straight to the facility. You get out. You go. You got to go get your legs warmed up. That's probably why my knees and ankles hurt now. But you get your legs warmed up. You get out. You go hoop, and then once you're done, there's not even showers there. So everybody's fighting for the sink to take a bird bath. To just get out your wet clothes to get back in the van and drive 5 hours back to school to get there about 4:30 in the morning.
I'll tell you, look, I'll do you
that's
one.
Junior college
I'll do you
life
one better.
Right
This one I had an eye opener when I first stepped in. I was like, so when I first stepped in, I was like, even coming from a high school, right? We had trainers, we had everything. You kind of I stepped
at Martin High School. It was like better than junior college life.
I stepped in the north. I was like, oh, hey, it's like, hey man, I was like, where's the trainer so I get my ankle wrapped? Kid you not, the head coach did it for me. He was our trainer. He was so we see. I kid you not.
Got you, Cal.
Yeah, he's like, got you, Cal. Go ahead, hey guys, do your warm ups. Go ahead. I'm sitting. Obviously, he was wrapping my ankle. I was like, I'm not gonna ask for this anymore. This is terrible. I was like, we don't have a trainer. We didn't have a trainer.
That's junior college.
We did not have a trainer.
Obviously.
But this
training facility.
Yeah, in full circle though. This is why you can't blame Deion
for leaving.
Nah, man.
Like think about the what I'm saying, and then think about how
because Colorado facilities are like grade A.
Oh yeah. If they're not, they will be.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they're going to have donors and people that are going to give them. Think about what the AD said. The AD said, we don't have the money to pay them yet, but we will. Yeah. Because they know
they can get the money.
We're gonna have donors. Once you start winning games, you start bringing in recruits. Yeah. Bro, money will start pouring in.
Yes.
Like that's just how it works.
And in all fairness, it's going to be a better situation for quote unquote the 10 kids he brought in from Jackson State.
They get more exposure,
right?
For sure.
The kids he already had, but then the kids he's already going to get because, in his credit, I believe as a coach he can reach players that other coaches can't. You know what I mean?
Because he used to play.
It's not even so much because there's a lot of coaches that used to play, but his personality, his like, I shoot you straight. I ain't afraid of you. I don't got to cater to you. Listen, I don't care what you say. You got to remember, he always got that in his back pocket. I'm one of the best players that played in the NFL. You trying to just get there. Shut up and listen. You know what I mean? Shut up and listen. And he can always have that in his pocket. He has that pocket like, listen, you need me, I don't need you type thing.
Because if you want to compare numbers, we can compare numbers.
And this is what I go back to what I was talking about in Clarendon. And that's what I was looking for as a coach, as a player for my coach, somebody who could push me and not just pat me on my shoulder and rub me and say, hey, you're going to be great. You're going to be wonderful. You know what I mean? It was like
that's what I looked for too. But we had to be in a nice hotel as well.
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, I want me a hard nosed coach, but I also like the police escort.
But that's crazy. Escorts, everything. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I'm happy to hear because I never knew that about y'all.
It's rough. It's rough now.
And that's funny to learn about Northwestern and Clarendon and
TCU. Yeah, bro.
Okay, one more thing I kind of wanted to talk about before we left. Okay, I love my girl. You love a girl?
Mm-hmm.
Love a girl? Sure, if you had whatever. You've loved a girl before. Okay. Men don't profess, is it? Oh, God. I'm doing
confess.
It's not confess.
It's Profess.
It's
Profess? Oh, it
yeah.
is?
Profess.
I thought it was like confess your love.
No, profess your love.
Yeah, North's like, hey, put some respect. Hold up. Put some respect on.
What sound like Herschel Walker? Nah, it ain't profess. It's unfess.
You gotta confess your love. No, profess your love. Oh, it's North Lake College, by the way. Shout out to all my junior colleges out there.
Dragons.
Yeah. We are the Dragons.
You're the Dragons?
Yeah, I think so.
I seen the shirt. But nah, okay. Why is it not okay for men to profess their love for their girl? Okay, as I see a lot of guys, they will tell me how much they will tell me their favorite team. Right? You tell me how your season doing. If they're doing well, I know you see them Cowboys.
Yeah,
I know you see them Cowboys. How you and your girl doing? We all right. Like, why is it not the same energy transferred when we talk about our girl, like when we talk about everything else that we're doing?
I have a theory. Kyle, you want to go first on this?
I'll let you go.
Okay. All right. Two things. Number one, I feel like for men, relationships.
For you.
Okay. For me.
Yeah.
For me, relationships to me feel more of a, not that you don't love it, you know, enjoy it, but they almost feel more of a responsibility than it necessarily is like, this great fun journey. You know what I'm saying? It's like more of a commitment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you confess your love. You profess your love.
You actually use it right.
You did.
Okay.
You use it. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Confess can be thrown in there.
But you profess your love by the fact that you show up. I'm home every day. I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm taking care of the responsibilities I need to take care of.
But you watched the Cowboys.
I'm not the Cowboys. Please don't use them. But okay,
you're right.
I got them on right now, even though we've been struggling.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to say them.
But I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? You watch the Saints. You buy tickets to the game.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that it doesn't take out of me what it takes to be in a relationship.
Shit, do you really watch the Saints, bro? Because they take it.
I mean, they take a toll. They take a toll.
Win, lose, or draw. It's like, all right, they're moving on. They're all millionaires. They set whatever. You know what I'm saying? End of the day, I wake up, I go to sleep with the same person, and they require for me, and I give to them, and then I'm begging them to give back, and you going, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to build a life with this person, and it can be much more of a responsibility for, depending on your personality, especially somebody like me who's always like up and going and doing. It's like, okay, I'm going too far, right? Oh, let me come back. Hey, remember, I love you. This. Oh, now I got to go. You know what I'm saying? So it can be more responsibility. So
you're saying you don't profess your love because taxed.
I do.
No, you don't. No, but I'm saying why not out loud though?
That baby, you're doing it out loud. That's what I'm saying. I believe this is the nature of guys. Is that no guy is gonna stand up on the corner or stand up on the rail and go, "I love you." Like no guy's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Because it's not. I don't think it's guys' nature.
But they would do that if their team won a Super Bowl.
If they scored a touchdown.
No, that's in celebration of that moment. I'm not saying they'll do that.
I've never seen a guy get married and run. I've never seen a guy get married and then go and then be like, I just got married. But guys will win the Super Bowl and go tear up a city to let them know how happy they are.
But I'm telling you that relationships, the way the guys profess their love is through actions and not so much just like words and statements all the time. That's the way you guys profess their love. If you want to know how much a guy loves you, how much he's there for you, if he shows up every day, if he's there every single day and he's home, whether he's saying anything or not, whether he's smiling or he's turning circles, but the fact that he shows up every single day and he's right there, he loves you. He loves you.
But you sensitive?
Sensitive?
Sensitive, what you think?
Well,
so can a guy, I mean, like, why don't men in particular profess their love to the world like how they love their team or their car or their job or whatever?
I will go a little bit further than Kenny took on that. To be honest with you, what I believe is that because it's not celebrated. If a guy does that, showing vulnerability, emotional, sensitive, it's not celebrated.
by other men,
by society. If you think about it, if
girls
you really,
love that.
No, girls love. But if you really think about it, okay, in terms of that too, when a guy shows any kind of vulnerability, and this is why I don't think we show just anything like that, especially for black men. But I'm going to say men in general.
Yeah.
Though. Let's keep it because I want everybody to be included in this for this. So for men in general, if you think about it, when's the last time you praised a guy for crying about anything?
Okay.
Funerals, we're supposed to be locked in. Everything, if you really think about it, guys are not praised showing that vulnerability side. If anything, we get made fun of. We get called sensitive. We get called emotional. Some of them, for example, like Drake is probably one of the most, he gets quote unquote, but he's probably one of the most vulnerable rappers out there. I would say for vulnerability and emotional stuff like that. But we still make fun of him for it. So guys don't get that kind of praise for being like that. So why? So what out there? What emotional guy would you love to be like? None. It's like that's not our vision, quote unquote. So since
be
it's
acting
not
light skinned,
exactly. But since we're not praised like that, then what benefits from us from doing? Okay, we can do it for our girl, but it doesn't get shown
because it won't
light.
be enough. Because then you got to do it again next week.
Yeah, it doesn't get praised and acknowledged like that. That's why I don't think we do it. I guarantee you, if guys are like, "Yo, bro, that was dope." How you propose to hey, yo, that's dope. How you shout out your girl, that was dope. If we give that kind of encouragement and stuff like that, I think it would change. If we get put on to think about it, imagine if you did something very good for your girl and stuff, and she posted on social media and it goes viral. Like, this is how I be treated and stuff like that. Oh, guys would do it a whole lot more. It's like, oh, this is what you got. But we don't get praised like that. We looked at, and especially being the head of a household, especially having that image of that alpha mentality.
So
I gotta care.
Why don't we just change it? Why don't we start praising men for loving their girl?
Go ahead. You can start.
Well, now we can start, but we got. I guess we got to make it a trend, like the cartoon thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
I think to be honest with you,
what I'm telling you, this is what I think. I really think some of it is just straight DNA and makeup of males. They're just like that. You're talking about that
American males. Because
it could be.
European males are a lot more sensitive, but I can, as far as somebody who studied other cultures, like American males hug. I mean, European males hug and kiss, and not kiss like on the lips, but they kiss like I love
like
you,
cheek to cheek and stuff. It's a lot more. It's a lot more physical interact. Yes,
and it's not. So American males are DNA'd not to love or not love, but like
not even staying close to each other. Like when we do handshakes, look how far we reach out and stuff too. It's never any like boom boom.
Hug,
it's never
so why or what do we need to do to make that okay? So Kyle, you think we need to make it go viral?
I think not even necessarily go
Let's
viral.
Let's start a trend right now.
Yeah, not even
a hashtag.
Yeah, not even
hashtag profess your love for your girl. That's too long. But
but I see what you're doing. It's a good idea.
But what I'm saying?
But it doesn't even have to necessarily go viral. It's not appreciated more in society. We don't. But
you start that by
it can be
social media. If you want to get shit. People are people paying for pictures of themselves to look like a cartoon. Like there is easily a way to get into society and tap into society.
That's what I think. Yeah,
some kind of hashtag. Somebody come up with a hashtag because it should be okay, and not only okay, it should be celebrated that men celebrate the love they have for their women, because we know men love their girl because of all the pillow talk. Mm-hmm. Pillow talk and guys confessing stuff that they would never confess anywhere else, and talking to these girls and so
putting up with the attitude.
Exactly. And then you come out to me and then you like, yeah, we straight, we alright. Like, nah, bro, y'all more than that. You love it. Like, okay, and maybe if it's even black guys, we are like maybe scared to show our vulnerabilities or something, like kind of what you were saying.
Well, now this may go a little deeper than that too, because from a black man's standpoint of that too, and that's why I almost kind of touched on that. I still wanted to be kind of more inclusive stuff too. But if you think about it, every time a black man has a vulnerability or shows a vulnerability in the public eye, it gets made fun of. I'll give you two examples just for now. If you really think about it, Michael Jordan, when he was crying, what did it turn into? A meme. The tears flowing on that. Everybody's posting humor. Kanye had his whole ass breakdown in tears. We didn't see anybody who was struggling stuff. What he got turned into?
Terrell Owens.
A meme. If you think about it, a meme. Odell, you know, when he had like his breakdown on the side of it too, we were making fun of him stuff too. Remember when he the thing hit him back in his face, but he had his own little. It was funny though, but that's the thing. It's not shown as
Will Smith. I mean,
Will Smith, his breakdown and stuff too.
Now,
I'm not gonna call that a breakdown.
Yeah, but yeah,
he had a lot of feet to walk.
no.
Okay, but what I'm saying,
I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. But I'm saying though, we don't seem to have that leeway into it's we get made fun of for it, and also too the image I guess of black guys is that we have to be hard all the time. We got to be hard.
So let's change it. Well, why can't it be changed? Forget what it's been. Let's change it.
You're trying to like some things. I think like Joel mentioned, some things it's just DNA and personality. Some people personalities aren't that way.
I think it's not. I think they're learned behaviors. You learn how to act a certain way.
Are we a product of our environments though? Is that what it is? We're a product of our environment.
So we have to implement change.
Okay.
Change doesn't begin somewhere else. Like change doesn't begin with other people. Change begins with one person.
Right.
One person changes. I'm offended by that word.
Okay, well,
I don't like that. Then he tells somebody else. Then they tell somebody else. They tell somebody else.
Okay, well, how about this
now?
then?
We can't say female.
But what I'm telling you is,
so
I think.
Change
but first
begins at the Three Real Brothers podcast.
So what we do is for everybody. I think for the change and stuff, this would be fun. We don't need you guys. Confess your love on social media. Post your girl. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe we start something like that. Maybe post.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe we do it.
This is what I'm saying.
Kenny like hell. Fuck that.
That's not what
hey, y'all can do that bullshit if y'all want to.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, she know I love her. Girl. Yeah, post your girl.
Post your girl. There we go. Go ahead.
This is not what I'm saying. I get where you're going with. I'm not saying that. Yes, you can do it. All you gotta do is post a picture.
You can do it.
That's what I'm saying.
You control your social media account.
You can do it. But no,
if you can do it, anyone can.
All right. I mean, apparently, I can.
No, trust me. You got it.
It's well within your power.
Go ahead.
So go ahead. I'm sorry, Kenny. We'll let you
tell us what we can do.
Yeah, come on.
That's clearly not what I'm saying.
No, we got you though.
Post your girl.
Okay.
Hashtag post your girl.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is, what I'm talking about is the nature of the person.
Okay.
That's all I'm reference to. It's not so much, yes, you can take a picture of our last date out and I can post it. Oh, out with my girl, heart emoji. Like I can do that all day long.
Now let me ask you this real quick. From you say, and,
so
and
you
I,
asking
and I'll keep it quick here
go
for
ahead.
this for this here. You keep saying the makeup and the DNA of the person. Now I think what happens if it's more just a mindset. I think you can alter that with a simple mindset of change.
And I'm just
it's not like I'm saying
you saying you can't change.
I'm telling you that, and this is what everybody tells you. And Joel, how long you been married, Joel?
I'm not married.
Yeah.
4 years. As you're learning in your 4-year relationship, there are certain things about her that you cannot change into her makeup. It's who she is. Same thing about you. There are some things that I can take action toward, but what girls are going to want or guys are going to want, you're going to want that consistent thing. And if it's not that makeup of that person, then you can't expect it. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that you can't change a person. So I'm telling you is, you think you can change a person? Yeah. You're telling me you can get with somebody and you can change them?
Okay, yeah.
I think there's some things you may alter and give, but there's some things about your person, there's some things about your spouse, whoever, that you're not going to change.
So you've eaten the same food your whole life?
You said what?
You've eaten the same food your whole life?
I said there's certain aspects, but there's some things about your makeup and who you are. You don't
cry anymore when you get hurt. If I hurt your knee right now, you would be like, no, I don't need to cry. I want to, like, you mature, and I think people mature, but people don't. People. You have to change. Like
you change.
You have to adapt. Maybe even use a different word like adapt, or deep down you didn't change.
There's parts in you that I'm telling you, that's part of your makeup that does not change because it's who you are.
So if you're a racist, you're always a racist?
No. He said that's what I'm saying.
But that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about learned behaviors. Being able to post your girl or to yell to the world how much you love your girl should not take a radical DNA change.
That's not. I'm not talking about a post.
I'm
talking about a overall collective.
Give me an example. What's a DNA? What's something that's been true to you the whole time through your whole life that you said you haven't changed? Because you used to keep saying it. So give us an example for what you.
All right. I mean, it's just like say this. Okay. If you're naturally a quiet person, right? then all of a sudden, I can't do this to this and make you a loud person. If you're a loud person, I can't give you this, this, and this, and now all of a sudden you become a quiet person. If you're boisterous or you're outgoing, I can't do this and this and this, and all of a sudden make you a introvert. If you're extrovert,
I disagree for this reason.
Huh?
People that talk a lot, normally it's from immaturity, and when they grow up, they talk less. And people that don't talk a lot, it's from lack of self-confidence.
That's definitely not what I'm referring to.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying change happens. Like throughout life,
there's change.
Yes, you're not gonna. I started out this, but now I'm a vegan. I started as a quiet person because I was shy and I wasn't self confident in myself. But I've grown and I've noticed them and I've appreciated my beauty. And
yes, that is some people who have that DNA. But I'm saying some people's DNA is that they're never going to be a boisterous person. If they're quiet, they were quiet at age 6. They were quiet at age 16, and they're quiet at age 66. That's just their personality.
Quiet
is
different
DNA.
from don't talk no more. Okay, he's quiet.
I'm talking about quiet. That's what I'm referring to is the makeup of it, and that's what I'm saying. You want me, male, Kenny, or whatever, to do something in my DNA that is different. You want I'm not referenced to just posting.
Right,
okay,
right.
yes, we can all grab a picture and click it. We can do that. I'm not referenced to that.
But I'm not saying just a post though.
But
I'm saying,
you asked your original question is why don't we do this
professional love
to the world, society? And what I'm telling you is that everybody does in their own way. Just because I don't jump on a microphone and yell with a bullhorn, or jump on a jumbotron and have a blimp flying over and say, "Hey, I love you,"
for sure,
doesn't mean I'm not professing it. I'm doing it in my own way. That's all I'm saying.
That's not professing your love though.
That's
showing you love her.
To who?
To her.
To who?
To her. To you.
But I can only.
To you. You're pleasing her in your way of pleasing her.
I can only give you the best thing I have to give you.
That's not true.
Bullshit.
You can give more.
Bullshit.
You can always give more.
I can only give you the best I have.
You can always give more.
If you want me to give more than what I have to offer to give you, it's going to drain me. And then I'm never going to be happy because I'm always trying to give you more than what I can give.
Because what you're giving her is what you like.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm showing you I love you from my point of view,
right?
Instead of showing you love her from another point of view. And that's not taking more from yourself. What that is well, I'm here every day and I cook you corn, right? When she's like, well, I don't even really like corn. But you're like, what? I love you though, so I'm cooking you this corn though.
No, but I'm saying those are things you can alter.
So what I'm saying is you're changing how you're showing, so you won't be drained. It's just you change how you're professing that love.
But what I'm telling you is that if I'm telling you, I can give you, and there's from me experience, I can give you what I have to give you, right? I can get that, and I can alter. Okay, I don't like corn. Okay, well, fine, I don't like corn. All right, well, what else do you want? I'd rather cake and steak. Okay, I can bake cakes. But what you can't ask me to do is like, okay, I don't want you to come home and cook for me no more. That does nothing for me. And then you go, okay, instead, I'd rather you run around the house 20 times. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not my, like, I may do it once, and I may do it twice. But a week later, I'm going to look and go, damn, I got to run around the house there again.
But is it?
You get what I'm saying? And what happens is you get drained in your relationships. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you get drained. Sure. And you start looking, you be like, dang, I can't keep up with you. I can't keep trying to find ways to make you happy. But you're not
using that same energy to do what you thought was professing your love. You're doing what she asked you to. So
but
why
you're
would you
doing your people, listen, people give you when somebody loves you, they give you the best they have to give you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So just understand that they give you the best they have to give you. And if that is not it or not enough, it's dangerous. From my point of view, it's dangerous to be in a relationship with a person who doesn't see or need what you have to offer. You know what I mean? If you're going to be with me and be like, Kenny, listen, I mean, I like that you talk to me, but I need somebody that makes me laugh. That's probably not going to work with me a lot because I'm not a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be dropping jokes.
That's a personality trait.
But that's what I'm saying.
But so professing your love is not a personality trait.
But listen, what I'm telling you, by me professing my love is I'm going to give you what I have to give you every single day. So if you don't receive that as me professing my love,
it's your fucking fault.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a difference. It's a valid difference, and that's all I'm saying.
No, you get what you're saying.
So that's not going to change. So yes, I can give you a tweet. I can go to the mall and we can hold hands for 3 hours. right? But what's going to happen is,
But that's what they want.
no, that's fine. This is what I'm saying. You could do it once, but they want it means they continually want it. So what's going to happen 3 weeks or 3 years down the road? You're like,
I
hey,
see.
you haven't
But-
held my hand.
I
Where
see,
we
I
at?
see.
You're like,
But then you learn.
I did
you
it
learn.
again. I did
think
it
things
again.
can be learned alike. I don't think you grew up watching like you. I wasn't born and like as soon as I was born, I was like, man, basketball is the shit. Or like football, I love football. Like, no, it's a learned behavior. Everything's learned. So you can learn to like just like I never watched romantic comedies before. But now you be with somebody long enough and they like it. Guess what I watch?
Let's take me and you for example. We had this discussion the very first day. The very first day.
And how much do you love talking now?
Okay, no, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Learn
our
behavior.
approach. Our approach to it.
For sure.
My approach again is very systematic. It's very step by step. Your approach is let's just go out here and let's just do it. That's your nature, and that's always been your nature since day one.
Mm-hmm.
My approach since day one, maybe because of lack of talent or whatever, I always had to go, okay, what do I got to do first? How do I build that? Okay, now after this, then I can do this, then I can do that. And I've always had to approach things that way. I'm still like that today at 37. I was like that at 27. I was like that at 17. I was like that at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that since the day I was born. Your approach has always been the same. I can just go out there and just do it. Why do we got to do step by step by step by step? That's still you, and that's not going to change because that is your makeup and that is who you are.
That creates it. But then after a while, I learned that, you do have to plan and you do have, and that's the maturity of learning. But that's what I'm saying. Just because somebody is a certain way at the beginning don't mean they have to stay.
No,
that
but
way.
I'm not saying you can't change, but ultimately you're going to revert back. You're going to be who you are. I'm not saying you can't.
can revert back, but
you're
using
gonna
that
step
past
out.
knowledge.
You're going to step out. You're going to step out.
But
And you have the ability to step out. That gives you a broad horizon, but you're not going to go back.
Mistakes is the lack of learning.
But
So
are they
if I-
mistakes just because it's your DNA?
No, because
That's
if
not
I,
a
if I
mistake.
say, okay, that doesn't work like that, or nothing that you do will ever work like that, that's how ideas are created, yes. But that's not how ideas are executed. And that's what took me a long time to learn. But at the end of the day, I learned it. And then once I learned it, now I do all the other steps first before I even get to that. Because I've learned I've touched the stove long enough to learn that it's fucking hot. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I do understand.
Somebody's not born with the knowledge that the stove is hot. But once you've touched it 10 times or twice, fucking once really,
Yeah.
you're like, God, I don't want that feeling anymore.
I do agree,
So
yes.
that's all I'm saying is you can learn. You can all behaviors are learned. They're not created from when I was born. They're learned. Every single one of it.
I agree.
It's history. It's wisdom. It's repetition of living lives and making these mistakes and saying, "Oh, I can't do that anymore." And that's all I'm saying is you can learn. Okay, bro, I'm not supposed to profess my love. I'm not gonna profess my love like this because the world, as you
But
learn,
I never factor in the world.
But you do, but maybe you don't even think
speaking
that
for
you do.
abroad.
You
I'm
do
not
it
saying. I'm
subconsciously.
not
yeah,
saying.
subconsciously.
I'm not saying that you factor. I'm not. And listen, I'm not. I know it sounds like we're talking about me or whatever. I'm just saying in
But it's
general
what's
for
supposed to
people
be.
on the right. There's people on the right. I'm not saying.
No, you. I'm talking about you.
What about me? Nobody cares.
Yes,
We
do.
care.
I
No.
care.
No.
We all care about you.
No, stop. We're like, cut it
We
out.
love you.
All right.
I'm gonna profess my love to my brother. Oh, no, I hit the mic.
Profess your love. As a
Yes.
black man, it's okay to be
Yes,
soft.
you can. I'm not saying. I'm only thing
love
I'm
you,
telling
Kenny.
you.
You don't have to be a red. When was the last time you told a man you loved him?
I love you, Kenny.
When was the last time you told a man you love him?
When's the last?
I told a man yesterday.
Who'd you tell?
Kenny Kane.
Oh, that's a
It's my dog. We went to the TCU game together. Shout out to Kenny Kane.
Kenny. Who do you love?
Who do you love?
I've told a dude I loved him before.
When?
Who?
What, did I gotta tell y'all?
Yeah.
I want to know.
I got I one of my good friends from Houston, and every
What'd
time
you
we
say?
talk, I told him, "Hey, love you, bro."
And you mean it?
Yeah,
Did you put heart emojis? Did you text it to him or did you say it?
Kyle, well, I know you.
I just I be telling
I
people every day.
love every
I give
time I
some
talk
of
to
my
him.
friends hugs.
Oh, that's what I did. Khalil,
I
that's
give-
I got
I
an
give
active
some of my
friend too.
guy
I hug
friends
him-
hugs.
Yeah, I hug him up.
Because I love them.
Yeah,
And it's
Yes.
okay.
and I love you
Yes,
guys
there's nothing
too.
wrong with that, but the only
But
thing I'm
we got to
okay.
put a bow on it.
Go ahead.
So,
Get your
great
hand on my
podcast
shoulder.
today. Before we go, give your piece of advice. Well, it's okay. I love you. Give your piece of advice, my loving brother.
It's got to be about love.
It's got to. You know what? Let's. No,
All the advice got to be about love. Come
that's
on,
too hard.
come on.
Yeah.
All advice got to be about love.
I
Come
don't
on.
know, what you always
Oh,
say.
come on now, damn
Just
it.
give any advice.
Love is commitment. I know that much. Love is commitment.
Okay. Okay.
That's the greatest example of love is how much you're committed.
Yeah.
You have one for love?
No, don't try to deflect.
Okay. No, I was gonna say I'm good.
What you got?
My advice on love is that accept all love. Accept it.
Oh, even if it's different personality.
A lot of times we.
Can we change them?
Yeah, no, accept.
You just can't
accept,
change it. You want to change it. You just got to accept it.
I want to say, you know what? Better yet, accept all flowers. A lot of times we don't even learn how to accept love. A lot of times, that's why a lot of times we don't even feel it. That's what I mean by that. Accept it.
Sounds like what I was saying, but go ahead.
No. That's a little different. A little different. You're poor, tad bit, but yeah, accept all love. Accept compliments. Learn how to accept love and compliments.
It's okay for somebody to be in love.
Yeah.
Loving. Don't be ashamed to love loving. If you love somebody, let them know that you love them. The people that you think you love, you don't have to tell them nothing, but everybody else that you know you love, goddamn it, you tell them that you love them. And don't be scared to tell the world that you love them. Don't worry about outside opinion. Loving. This has been another episode of the Three Real Brothers podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, at Three Real Brothers podcast, on YouTube. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Comment. Let us know that you've been loving the podcast. We've been loving you, loving it. Y'all like what I did there? We've been loving you, loving it, and we're going to continue to do it. We are actually about to expand. I have so many great ideas. I think we all have great ideas coming up. We have great podcasts coming up. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you go back and binge all the past podcasts. They're on everywhere that you listen and get your podcasts. We will see you again next week. This has been another episode of the Three Real Brothers podcast.
We love you.
I was going to say
We love you.
Love you.